Hi everyone, we are back. Say a prayer for the internet. I think it's fixed. Hopefully,
I
no
think
more stream interruptions. There's a very nice cat who just walked into the shot.
is this is the black cat?
This is still Timid.
Oh no, it's still
Timid,
Timid, son of Timid.
son of Timid.
Timid, son of Timid. Very good.
When we named him that, my brother-in-law was walking around the house going, Timid, son of Timid. Timid, son of Timid. Why do I know that name? We had to
Timid,
be like,
son of Timid.
from Game of Thrones, and then he was like, oh!
Shella, daughter of Czech.
Oh, of course.
Uh,
I'm trying to get baby to come up and sit next to me so you can see her.
Shaga, son of what is it? What does he say? Oh no, Braun, son of. You would know. Yes, very, very, very like good deep cut name for your cat. I love it a lot.
I didn't pick it.
I can still love it.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
I just don't give the kudos to me.
Who deserves the kudos? Chat.
My husband.
Chat ladders. Everyone in chat. Just exclamation point. Thank you, husband.
Husband.
Thank you, Hubban, for a good name.
For good name. Thank you.
Yes.
Is your husband more of a Bronn or a Tyrion Lannister? Don't answer that, actually.
Don't answer that.
Both equally bad.
They're both
I
bad.
think he's more of a Tormund.
More of a Tormund. Okay.
I think that's
Shaga, son of Dolph.
Yes.
There it is. Shaga, son of Dolph.
Son of
Thank you,
Dolph.
chat,
Yes.
for knowing that one.
I believe that is also correct.
Yes.
Of Dolph.
Let's get the interview started. Daisy, you want to do the thing that opens the interview each week?
I certainly do.
Oh, certainly.
Let me just take a deep drink of water.
Okay.
Alex.
Yeah.
Academy.
Academy.
Esteemed members.
Voting members of the Academy.
Voting members of the Academy. You see Dom on the show. You see me on the show. You see us all the time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Well, who you don't see is our wonderful, intrepid team of interview sleuths. The interview sleuths every week get together and come up with questions for our guests. We do lots of research that is all publicly available on the internet and or a library about our guests to come up with these great questions for the interview segment every week. So if you hear a question that you like, don't thank me or Dom. Thank the gorgeous, fabulous, detailed, I don't know, I'm running out a secret third thing, the interview sleuths.
Thank you, Daisy. And with that, Alex, let's talk a little bit about things you know about folklore.
Cool.
Hey, let's start off because we've been playing Okami, a game that the chat loves, and that was part of your thesis. So let's talk a little bit about that. Why do video games make such a good home for deities?
Because of the interaction people are getting. You know, the point of religion and deities is people remembering them, interacting with them in some form of way. So why wouldn't video games be a good way to do that? You know, knowledge is power, right? So making sure that people can interact with you, learn about you in some form is what makes video games, you know, good for them to exist within and everything.
What's like a favorite example you studied?
So I studied mostly tree spirits just because that's what I'm more comfortable with, just what I have more knowledge on based on just my own learning.
Mm-hmm.
Other examples would be, so I'm going to use a video game as an example. So The Witcher has dozens of different types of deities and entities within it. That's a really great way. Hades is another good example where you're interacting with Greek pantheon, stuff like that. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there is some game out there that talks about Jesus.
We played Fight of Gods with William Chavez, and Jesus is in that, but he's a warrior.
I mean, he
Ripped
was a
himself off.
justice warrior
Yes.
2,000 years ago. It's not that far off.
He had some things to say about Rome.
Yeah. So it's just, it gives you the chance to actually, you know, interact with them even in a way that you wouldn't normally interact with them. Like, I think Daisy, during my Wisp presentation this year, I was talking
Yes.
about how you're not going to hike out into the middle of Montana to interact with a Leshy. But
Yes.
through video games, you're going to be able to interact with Leshy in a different way. You're
Yeah.
still remembering them. You're still honoring them in a way, even if it's not, the most quote traditional way. There's still tradition aspects a part of it.
Well, that's a really interesting way you phrase that, because I also want to know what does all of this have to do with the notion of the folkloresque.
So the folkloresque, is that concept of something that's folklore-like. It comes from folklore, but it's not quote folklore. We argue all the time that video games aren't folklore. Though me and Lisa had a bunch of conversations about this where it's like, well, why aren't they? It's still teaching you folklore, it's still giving you knowledge, just because it, is stuck in one form. So is so many other types of folklore, you know, and what people take away from that can change as well. During my thesis defense, we kind of had this conversation about how video games kind of force you to think of a deity in a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you think about other religions, I brought up Mormon Jesus. I'm sorry if anyone is Mormon in this chat at this point. But in Mormon Jesus, when Mormons kind of force you to think about Jesus in a very specific way, they have a very specific image of him that you're supposed to remember. And I think when you're applying video games to the folkloresque, you're almost demeaning them to that same level. And that's not to say that the folkloresque is a bad concept. It's a very good concept because it gives people the chance to learn about folklore through these folkloresque ways.
Can I
Yeah.
can I like maybe phrase what you said in a different way to make sure that I'm
Please. I was
tracking
gonna,
what you're saying?
I was gonna say I
Okay.
started at point A and ended up on like point 2. The
I think
completely different route.
Damn.
there's something about I think what I heard from that is that there's something about the folklore-esque that kind of silos a deity into a particular portrayal
Yeah,
or
representation.
Yeah.
representation that is not the same in folklore because that allows for multiplicity of space of interpretation of that particular deity,
Yeah.
right? So like a
Yes.
video game is like, here's, the video game's particular interpretation of what, I don't know, we could say Jesus, but maybe something more common would be what yokai are.
Mm.
And that in world of that game makes sense and people learn about what one very specific version of yokai are, but that's not necessarily yokai broadly or in any other interpretation or in any video game or something like that.
So placing the video games into the folklore-esque does that, and then it also gives people the first little toe step into the vast realm of folklore and being able to absorb information in a positive way. Because there was
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
I
Well,
think you need to
it's
start somewhere, right?
yeah, and it's interesting. There's kind of like because it's separated from the community that you may learn from or interact with informally, it's kind of decontextualized in that way, where like nobody is going to tell you necessarily that that interpretation is or isn't correct because the community you're participating in is not the religious community necessarily, but rather the video game community, which has a very different goal in, I don't know, interpreting what a guiding force of humanity is, or what in the game that embodiment becomes, which is usually, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting like too. I'm going off the rails about it, but there's something about that, right?
Daisy, did you see what Starps wrote in chat?
Starp says, I was watching a stream yesterday where someone was fighting a Cerberus is that Final Fantasy 15?
Yes.
And didn't realize it was from Greek mythology. They thought it was just a Harry Potter thing.
Oh, J.K.
That's
Rowling.
so interesting. I know, yeah. Yeah, that's so interesting that the person was fighting Cerberus and just thought that was
Fluffy.
from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Fluffy from Harry Potter. So interesting. Yeah.
But
like that's the point is
yeah.
Now they have this knowledge that this is something else. They just obtained knowledge, which then strengthens this idea of Cerberus, right? Because that knowledge is still spreading and they're still learning how to interact with it.
kind of on a meta level, this all reminds me of like the first time I wrote a paper, and the professor I was working with was like, "Okay, you're gonna have to go to a primary source. You can't just quote like research about this thing. You have to go and like quote the thing." And I was like, "Damn, I found the real, I found the real knowledge." It's like Brad Pitt in Burn After Reading on, "This is deep intelligence, man."
Honestly, yeah.
But even like I think what you're saying, Alex, about even like you brought up like Mormon Jesus, but like I mean like white Jesus at all is that phenomenon too, you know? Catholic or Orthodox Jesus. I mean, he's like from a not white part of the world, you know what I mean? But he's like that is like the intellectualization of Christ, and Christ as a folk group's particular deity.
Mhm.
He gets around, you know what I mean? But yeah, there's examples of that all over, and yeah, video games being like I don't know, dollar for dollar, the most like immersive entertainment you can have is a very good way of like interacting with these like traditions for the first time.
Yeah.
I'm right with you. I would have given you a master's if I was on
Oh,
the committee.
thank you.
You're welcome. You passed again. Daisy, not so
Yeah.
much. I revoked Daisy's
Oh,
No,
master's.
I've been
But
revoked. It's okay.
let's get into
It
this. I
was
want to.
reinstated with alcohol
Yo, sure. I want to get into this next
and a
one though because
blessing.
it relates to everything you were saying earlier. Uh, why did you choose to study tree spirits, or why are there just so many folk narratives that involve spirits in the trees?
Okay, so I chose tree spirits because I had to narrow down.
No, that perfectly good reason for
I
anything.
Makes
I had a
total sense.
huge
Yeah.
I had my thesis now is gigantic. Lisa afterwards Lisa was like we should have done a a project because it was so big. It was supposed to be 50 pages max and it's like 100 at this point. So when we were first, going through it, I wanted to do tree spirits. I wanted to do different, like actual gods. I wanted to do a couple of different things. I wanted to do video games. I wanted to do all types of pop culture, so books and everything like that. So it's just, I had to pick and choose. And
That's what the dissertation's for.
yes, so part of it was just that I was used to seeing tree spirits, and also you watch Princess Mononoke.
Of
They've got
course.
Kodama all over. And then I was reading a book about Slavic. Well, it's a fantasy series based on Slavic mythology, and there
And
were
it
a
wasn't
lot
The
of
Witcher?
no, actually, it
Oh
wasn't.
wow.
Um, so there were just a lot of similarities. The parallels were there. The very pagan natured focused belief systems, and initially that was my goal, was I wanted to do a comparison study of how people worship these things, and it kind of just scaled big and then was like like a black hole, like
But
an
that's how
exploded
it,
star.
Sounds like you had a good advisor.
yeah. Sometimes it starts like that and then you just
Yeah.
have to choose something because you can choose something else later,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. hmm
Yeah.
Chat wants to know what book series that was.
Oh, it's called The Bear and the Nightingale
The
by
Bear and the
Kath.
Nightingale. Yeah, I've heard of these.
Yeah, Catherine Arden
Whoa!
is her name, I
This
think.
person in chat
Yeah.
who asked says I just read that.
Yeah.
Hell
Whoa, that's
yeah.
Good one.
wild. Wow, what
it's
a coincidence.
it's what got me into Russian folklore specifically, was that book. So
So if our follow-up question was why specifically focus on Japanese and Russian folk narratives, is it The Bear and the Nightingale and Princess Mononoke,
so that
respectively?
was So my knowledge, so I have a minor in Japanese language and
Oh
culture,
wow.
and then I've been just I was a weeb growing up, so there's that
The
to
best of us were. The
consideration.
best of us were.
Yeah.
Well, when I was growing up, we
So
didn't have that word. I was an
um,
otaku, but
you're the original.
I
Oh
was
my
the
god.
original. I was the original no life. My Gundam models are all right off camera, by the way. But go on.
Everyone's
You,
saying weebs unite, so
I've got
you're good.
little Japanese dolls up there. You can't see my little Japanese sock because I took it to work, but yeah.
Oh.
So growing up watching Studio Ghibli, just learning about Japanese culture, Japanese beliefs through various ways, I had a lot of knowledge about that. And then I got into the master's program and I was like, well, what am I going to write my thesis on? And I had just finished The Bear and the Nightingale, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to write about Russian folklore, Japanese folklore. So I was like, well, I can't choose, so I'm gonna have to combine them.
I have to do both,
So,
obviously.
so part of like the reason why I chose like deities, like actual gods and goddesses, and then tree spirits and a couple of other things was because I was finding actual parallels, um, entities that exist within both belief systems was the original plan.
That's so interesting.
Yeah. Like
Similar
there's
actors, different parts of the world.
yeah. Yeah. Same outfit, different font type thing.
Ooh.
So it was just kind of that, just noticing the similarities, being like, oh, Japanese have house spirits that protect the home and hearth. Russians have house spirits that protect the home and hearth. So small things like that. Just kind of wondering, like, why do these things exist? And then when I pitched that idea to Lisa, she was like, that's too anthropological. We have to go with folklore. And I was like, well, fuck me. Okay, that's fine.
Great. Okay. Well,
can do
here we
that.
are.
So, yeah, that is why
They're
whoever
cousins, Lisa.
my Neopet.
Yeah. That's how
I have,
it.
yes, I have read Naomi Novik. She is on my bookshelf as well.
You
Love her.
damn. You two should be friends.
We should. I don't know who Yo Starps is, but hi.
Oh, we can connect you.
We can connect you. She doesn't live that far from you,
of course.
but
Yeah.
road
You're just
trip.
like border state.
I say that, and then I forget how big states are out west. So never mind.
Yeah. Not the same as here, but
States are all long boys. Alex, next question, but of course related. How is feminism performed via the portrayal of deities' personalities in video games and/or other forms of pop culture you've studied?
Poorly.
that's
Interesting.
A good answer.
That's a good start.
Oh,
Get into it.
Tell me more.
That.
Tell me more.
well,
Tell me more.
when you look at whatever her name is, Sakuya in Okami,
In Okami,
she's very sexualized. She's a tree spirit.
she's a tree.
But then when you start reading through legends of tree spirits, they're not sexualized. They're often described as beautiful young women that men fall in love with instantly. And then trick into marrying them or just make them fall in love with them, stuff like that. So, like, in a way, her character is, quote, true to form, as she is a beautiful young woman. However, she is kind of helpless for a long time. But then when you look at Amaterasu, who is a goddess and has just taken a wolf form and she goes off and saves the world, but then you have to ask the question of like, well, she was turned into a wolf to go and do, this important thing. So there's that to take into consideration as well. So in Okami specifically, I would say it's not super great. It depends on the video game, I guess is what I'm gonna say. On how they're portrayed.
It's interesting though that it seems to be that they are more there. I mean, I don't know if it's that surprising, but that they continue to be hypersexualized in a physical portrayal. But I wonder, like, is that how some of these deities are portrayed in the texts that they are associated with? That's just from like a religious study standpoint. Like, is it? I mean, you kind of explained this with this specific deity, but I'm curious if that's the pattern. Is that like once they take a visual, physical form, must be sexy, but also like maybe all deities are sexy in their own powerful mystique way. No, I don't know what I'm saying here.
No, I think you've accidentally come up on a good point, Daisy. While Alex recovers from that laughing fit. No, I think all gods and goddesses have some sort of unique mystique, but it is such a narrow-minded human thing to say that means sexy. And a narrow-minded guy thing to say that means sexy.
Right, and so like it gets maybe again with that kind of like folklorist-esque kind of portrayal, they get filtered down into one very specific version of that, which is not nuanced.
No.
or at least not particularly. But
No.
I guess, like, there's so many deities that whenever they are portrayed visually are just hot, like a kind of gender indiscriminately, like even if they're evil, right? Like, so, but there is,
except for Hades in the Disney Hercules.
He's on my shirt.
You don't think
He's on my shirt right there.
Disney's Hades is hot? Okay, well, this is another conversation.
Aesthetically, have you seen his fingers? He doesn't trim his nails.
Oh, that's true. That's true. He does not.
What help is he doing for anyone?
That's a good point. I
Also,
do not remember this.
Like everyone else in that movie.
Badman says absolutely not. Okay,
Daisy, we found your least popular opinion.
Listen, I fall into the furry camp. I didn't think I was gonna bring this up, but when you talked about how sexy god becomes a wolf, Amaterasu, I'm like, I don't know. I think
it's a very pretty wolf. Okay,
people on the internet.
Did I have a crush on Wolf Link from Twilight Princess?
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Yes. What is that about? Why are they so?
I don't know.
But there is something about like I guess. Thinking about like feminism, like there's a particular kind of like feminine portrayal, but then in relation to feminism, they're not advocating for like women's equality. They're just kind of like maintaining a position, which is not the same as in various patriarchal cultures, I would say, or communities of people. Necessarily.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Even in so I had to read these like stupid ancient. They're not stupid, like they're so ancient. They're stupid ancient, is what I mean, and poorly translated. So maybe a little stupid. Just these ancient texts about like the creation myths of Japan, and when thinking about it a little bit more, even like the portrayal of Amaterasu in the video game, she's still like in ancient text, she's fixing all of Susanoo's shit. Susanoo is the storm god.
That's true. That's so true.
She's fixing his shit all the time. She's got to go and fix up his crap. The one time he doesn't cause problems is when he defeats the Yamata no Orochi in mythology. Which spoilers for the game, I guess. But...
No, I knew that was gonna happen, but go off.
Yeah.
Sorry. If you know the lore, then you know the game.
Yeah.
So it's just like she's just a fixer. Like,
yeah, that's true.
That's what she's kind of the role she's put into. She's the goddess of humanity, the birth mother of the royalty of Japan, and then she's also she fixes everybody's problems. So it's
she's the one girl at the con who remembered a hot glue gun, and I do pray to that person.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like she could be, I don't know, the bringer of humanity in a very different interpretation that's not caretaker.
Yeah.
Right.
And I feel like in the video game they do an okay job at making her not seem like a caretaker, but like you also forget that she's a she.
Right.
And that she's Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and not just a wolf.
Right, there's like you can kind of
you can
like disavow the genderedness when she becomes wolf. Interesting.
This is like a whole ass tangent, Alex, but have you ever read the Wicked and the Divine?
No, I don't think so.
Comic book series, I think on Image Comics by Kieran Gillen. Anyway, Amaterasu is like Kesha in that. She's like a pop star.
If I understood the reference, that would make more sense, I guess. But
I honestly, it wouldn't. It's just fun.
Okay.
I dropped a link.
You dropped the link
in chat. I think read
that's
the first issue online. Yep.
Yostarps also asked if I had read The Wolf and the Woodsman, which I don't think I have read that.
Damn, Daisy.
Damn.
Doing your job better than you.
I saw it a while ago, and I wanted to see.
Yeah.
You learn how to do this when you teach on Zoom.
It's so true.
Sure. Yes.
It's so
that is like.
I wish that more people thought that. I wish more people took that as a lesson from Zoom, but
Yeah.
I love it.
we live in
I
a society,
absolutely loved
so
it.
Damn.
I love it too because it's like in class nobody gets to connect in that way. Anyway, this is a tangent. We can talk about that. but-
Damn, we do live in a
And the-
society,
Yeah.
though, Daisy. That's a good point.
Yeah, didn't you like that? Yeah.
Oh, sometimes it is. Alex, one last serious big brain academic question, then we can start moving into some fun stuff. Alex, you study folk narratives, and and you love trees.
Yeah,
But also you do crochet because we
I
found
sure do.
because we found your TikTok. And people might think that these are very unrelated in the field of folklore. But how are all these things just different branches, you could say, on the same tree?
So let me tell you about material culture.
No, I want to know.
Material
Yes.
culture is the physical culture that people create. And crochet falls under that.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's that. It's that. Crochet is a type of folklore.
And so when you're making your secret TikToks about
I have not made a single one since July. Do you know how hard it is to make TikToks? They're
Very
so
hard.
annoying.
Oh,
Very
yes.
hard.
Trust me.
It's
Very hard.
underappreciated art form, frankly. You have some great videos of you crocheting and talking about folklore concepts.
I didn't get very far, but yes, I do have.
Yeah. Thinking about bringing those together, I guess, was another aspect of this we were exploring. We're like, why is it working to have to just talk about folklore concepts while you're doing a folklore thing?
Okay, see, that was kind of the joke. That was the joke.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I'm gonna do folklore, and I'm gonna, show people folklore while talking about it. That was the joke.
That's cool.
Most people, I don't know, most people aren't gonna get the joke until you
No, I
spell it
think-
out for them to be
I
like,
think
that's the joke. Let me tell you about material culture specifically.
I think
Yeah.
what
I think
Daisy's
I'm
getting at
supposed
is
to
that
write
that's
another
always the
food waste.
joke, right?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
that's always a part of making, doing material culture. It's all under the larger umbrella of folk life, right? And it's always you can't really just divorce. I just make things. I don't
No.
have oral traditions or customary traditions while I'm in the process of making.
Mhm. Yep.
Daisy, is that right? And Alex, do you agree?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I agree. I'm not answering for Daisy.
Oh, you could.
We both agree.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So bad it hurts wants you to crochet an ent.
That would be real full circle.
That would be pretty
It
badass.
would end up looking like Groot. To be
Cool.
Oh,
honest.
maybe. That wouldn't be bad. Just make it taller.
What about an amigurumi?
Skinnier.
Very taller, skinnier. Just
That's
make
what I usually crochet is
You
amigurumi.
do amigurumi?
Oh, that's cool.
Do you have any on you? We've
can-
seen some. Actually,
I can go grab some.
Yes, that would
Okay,
be cool.
I'm turning off my camera because I don't want you to see my pajama pants.
Oh, sure.
Okay, you could put me on if it makes the screen weird.
You know what I was thinking, Daisy? Oh, it's just a human skull. You know what I was thinking, Daisy? Jesse Riddle, Utah-based folklorist, also brought
Yes.
her amigurumi out on stream.
That's true.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Also,
Keep sending these questions, chat.
Bad Bench. Drop that link to Alex's Etsy shop. Alex's Etsy shop. Oh my god.
Drop that link.
Drop
Bad
that
bitch.
link.
This we did
What do
not
you
find
wanna
this.
see?
We
All right,
want
you're
to.
back?
We want to have the chat buy things from you. Oh my god! Everything.
What is this?
This is a blueberry octopus.
Oh well,
That's
you know
so
that
cute.
that is Maine's. Everyone thinks that's Maine's state animal.
Oh my gosh! It's
Strawberry
so
triceratops.
I'm seeing a very fruit and another thing theme.
And
I
this
like
is
that
a
guy.
spider. This
Is the
a
spider?
Let me grab a yellow one. You can see them better.
Oh,
Oh!
Love those
this
eyes.
is a giant fox head.
Oh!
I got the wrong size yarn.
Oh!
No, we're in it now.
Peach
Oh my-
jellyfish.
Oh my
Peach
god!
jelly.
Oh, peach. That's where peach jelly comes from.
Yeah.
Interesting.
SpongeBob.
Oh my
And then-
gosh!
Sorry, I've got boxes. Bear?
Love bear.
Love a bear.
Cat?
Mao. Love cat. They just look so soft and comforting. Oh my god.
Fruit bat.
Fruit bat.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are these for sale on your Etsy?
Yes.
On Crochet Lore?
Oh my god, yes, Crochet Lore. Bad Bench, thank you so much.
That,
for
you know
dropping
what?
that
You know
link.
what?
I'm following you right now. These are so freaking cute.
Did that elude the sleuths? Did we find the Etsy shop?
I think no. I think we didn't find your Etsy shop, but we found your TikTok because it's the same name.
Ah.
I think that eluded the sleuths. Wow,
I
it's so cute.
I don't think I have my Etsy shop attached to my TikTok.
No, but it's just Crochet Lore and Crochet Lore.
It's still pretty good.
So, yeah, that's still pretty good. Wow, 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 wow.
Hey.
This is so cute.
Chat wants to know, specifically Dev Queen 22, if you've seen the crochet book for Amagurumi mythological creatures, a crochet world of creepy creatures. No, I can't say that.
It's on my saved list on Amazon.
Oh my god.
Today's the day.
I'm crocheting my dad a Bigfoot for Christmas.
That's so cute.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Very cool. Extremely cool.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Can I get in the get in like the queue? Can I get in like your commissions list for a Loveland frog?
You have to DM me on Instagram.
I will DM you because that's how bad I want a Loveland frog.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm burying the Alex can't see this because my camera is off to Discord and on to Twitch, but I've been sitting here with this raccoon, with this crocheted raccoon on my desk this whole stream.
Good raccoon.
Oh, I do see him. I have Twitch open.
Oh,
that's why I keep
great.
looking at the other screen.
I haven't named this guy. When I friend of the show, Chrissy Woodmeyer, bubbly like soda in chat, got him for me when I had COVID. I don't know what his name is. I'm gonna say throat coat. I don't know what else. What else is? What else do you think of when you think of being stuck at home with COVID? Maybe Golden Wildfire because I played that route in Fire Emblem when I was sick. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Claude, your name is Claude.
Claude.
You want to know what I did during COVID? I read 20 books of alien smut, and I brought it up every time I could.
My God.
I love it.
Especially in Jeannie Thomas's class.
Just when I thought
that sounds right.
Just when I thought you couldn't get any cooler. Oh my god! Wow.
Do I highly recommend? Absolutely. Is it terrible? Yes.
We have some.
I think that's officially the end of the serious questions. Let's get into the fun stuff.
We got some rapid fire. All right, we have been sitting on this fact.
I have wanted to talk about it all night. Okay, Alex. 1 year ago today, we were playing Okami with Michael Dylan Foster, and it was the last time we played it for some reason.
It was the same day.
It was the same day.
Did you know that?
It was the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
It's the Tuesday after Thanksgiving.
It was a year ago.
Day.
Hey.
I don't know.
Prophetic.
I don't know what
I remember because every time, and then the week after you played Witcher, and I remember being, OMG.
Yes, and you were like, you were like, my brain.
And we have been trying to find a week to get you on the show since.
Yes.
Again, defending thesis.
Yes, very important. Yes.
But that is to say, there's some sort of metaphysical connection between American Thanksgiving and Okami, obviously. So the Okami characters are having a Thanksgiving meal together. Who cooked or brought what food?
So Easton did nothing because he's a little shit.
Oh, that works for me.
Yes, just eats. Yeah, nothing else.
Amaterasu collected everything and then ate everything before anyone else could. She's a glutton in the game. I don't know if you've noticed.
Very correct.
So she brought everything, but she didn't cook it. You know who probably cooked it? The mayor's wife from the original village. That
would make sense.
That's how it went.
Is there anything Susanoo wrote or anything Susanoo brought other than sake?
No, and he didn't bring the sake because he drank it all before he cooked.
Oh, damn, you're right.
True.
Wow, this is the worst dinner party ever.
Terrible. Well, that's
because you already brought her
Thanksgiving.
up.
Yeah.
Did Sakura bring anything?
No.
Was she invited?
Uh,
She too busy being a tree.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
It's probably stuck on her peach again.
She's stuck. Someone offered. Yeah, no. Amaterasu offered to bring a peach, not knowing it was her. Hey,
Saying goodbye to Yo Starps.
but
bye,
actually,
Sarp.
we're gonna. Yeah, Daisy. Let's like get the two of them together in the DMs. You should hang
Yeah,
out.
honestly, we can do that. Yeah.
Cool. Starps you down?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sure.
How far? Yeah. How far are you from Vegas? She's not that far.
Not that far. Kind of far, but not that far.
The states are too big.
I am 7 hours from Las Vegas. Unless
That's not too bad.
Unless I get stuck in traffic again, then it's 10.
Oh my God. Hey, I know all about getting stuck in traffic.
Yes.
Next question.
Next, Daisy, do it.
You have joined us today on the day of receiving a new tattoo. You have this not your first tattoo. You have other tattoos. Would you care to tell about either the tattoo that you got today or any other of your cool sick tattoos that you might want?
Talk about all of them.
Hell yeah!
I don't know if you can't see them unless they're like awkwardly. So this
you
one,
could stand up, but we would see that you were in pajamas.
I want you to see my pajamas.
Exactly.
So
yes,
this one represents my undergrad.
Cool. It's so cool. So cool.
Yeah. So I did anthropology as my undergrad.
Oh,
and then I
wow.
also did that was my bachelor's, my major, and then I did 2 minors in art history and Japanese. So the whole nature and being one is representative of Japanese culture because they are very in tune with nature and its belief systems. And then the skeleton represents humanity as anthropology, but it also represents the very specific papers I wrote while doing art history. I wrote on the Danse Macabre several times.
Ooh.
And
Death Florist.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I was just thinking about the band Ghost.
Oh.
Which is recently popular on TikTok.
Oh, very much.
Oh, yeah, so that's this one. It's just a kind of whole culmination of all three. This one.
Oh.
Whoa.
Is
trees.
This is my master's tattoo. So I wanted a tree spirit that wasn't tied to any specific belief system necessarily. So it's just a lady coming out of a tree, but her body is the trunk.
So cool.
So yeah. And then the one on my back, I'm not going to show that one because
that's okay.
It's also healing,
on it.
right?
Yeah, it's got skin on it.
We trying to see that. But tell us about it.
So this one is just one that I've been wanting for a long time. It is let's see if this works. Maybe
that's kind of working. I think that's working.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, you can pretty much see it. That's so cool.
It.
Well, kind of. So that is my.
Is it a dragon emerging from a book? That's what I said.
Like a storybook with a moon. Yeah.
It's a dragon emerging from a storybook with a moon and stars behind it. So that one, I just wanted a dragon tattoo.
Hell yeah.
And why shouldn't you?
That's so sick.
Right?
Honestly, dragon tattoos are so freaking cool. Okay.
I agree. So,
that's amazing.
Yep. I could talk about my tattoos for hours. Well, probably not. That's the most I could do, but I like talking about them.
Do you want to pivot from tattoos into another form of body adornment and art?
Sure, yeah.
Alex, when did makeup go from everyday adornment to art for you?
In 2016, like everyone else, when I got into YouTube. And I was like, I'm so cool because I can do my makeup. And now it's like, if I even look at my makeup brush, and I'm like,
you have some iconic looks, though.
It's fun. I still have a lot of fun doing it, but the effort to put it on and then I have to take it off like an hour later. And like most of it's like not even conducive to like daily wear anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I work
unless
with college students.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I work with college students as an academic advisor now in an office where they say you have to embody you as you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Interesting
So
energy
you
there.
could do a makeup look that is reminiscent of a very wide street.
Good.
How do I make my face as wide as the public structures?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The states
How
are big,
do I
folks.
how do I do my makeup to look more bull-like? Please embody the Aggie for me. I'll
I
do
just turn
blue.
into Big Blue. That's what I
Yes.
do
I'm
every
just
day.
yeah, we're just gonna
Okay.
do kind of like a lemon lime foundation. We're gonna do a sliced pineapple on one eye. We're gonna do half and half on the other, and you're gonna be like a beautiful mixed soda.
Yeah, a little mixed soda.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But what is your favorite complicated makeup look you've ever done?
Oh, bro, I don't know. I don't even remember half the ones I've done.
You did one
I
where you
think
bedazzled your face.
I bedazzled my face.
It looks very convincingly bedazzled.
I don't recall. Oh,
It's like
I
a
don't have the
Halloween one. It's like a
picture on me.
Halloween one.
Oh, I had orange blush.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
I did that. I was gonna bring that one up. One time I had just dyed my hair blue and I did a bunch of makeup. It was like 12 p.m. Nope, 12 a.m. It was midnight, wrong one. And I was laying on the ground tired and I had been laying like this and I caught myself in my camera and I looked like the Witch of the Waste.
Oh my god.
'Cause I had something over my head so it looked like I was wearing her big hat and I looked like the Witch of the Waste and I was like, this is my
Whoa.
calling.
That's
I don't
so
I don't know
cool.
where the picture is, but
Very
yeah.
good. Very good.
So that was fun.
And
We
you were
wait.
talking about. Oh, sorry. Go Days.
Oh, yeah. Ask this next one, then I have another thing to
Yes.
mention.
No, I was going to say. You mentioned earlier 2016 was like your big YouTube rabbit hole. Whose rabbit holes were you falling into?
I was falling into like Nikki
Uh
tutorials.
huh.
She's fantastic. Let's see. Before the big YouTube dramageddon, I was watching like
Yeah.
Manny MUA.
Mm-hmm.
Never watched Jeffree Star. He always kind of annoyed me.
That's
You're
fair.
probably smart in
That's
hindsight
fair.
for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I watched James Charles for a little bit. Like
Mhm.
what I would say his very short period where he wasn't annoying and he
Yeah.
wasn't annoying or problematic. So
Yeah.
that's that's kind of
There's
it
a lot
at
of
this
makeup
point.
YouTube drama.
Yeah, that's kind of why I watched it.
Yeah.
It's
fair.
also I think it's a medium that's very conducive for drama because they're so good at just like barreling the lens of a camera, and so like anything they say can become more dramatic.
True.
Yes.
We really want to pitch an episode with you where you teach Dom makeup
Yes.
tips.
Oh hell yeah.
Teach me how to.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Come back.
Come
I was
back, play
gonna
more
say when we
Okami,
needed it.
play more Okami, and then also
Yeah,
teach me
and
how to do
then-
a cut crease.
Yes.
I'd be
Okay,
down.
good.
I'd be down.
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Tell
Put her
me,
on the
Nick,
schedule. Sign her
let's
up.
do one of these two. Yeah,
let's
I'll
do
send
what?
it. Choose one of these. Probably this one.
Oh, I was gonna say the other one.
Oh, that's good too.
No, I mean we already kind of did. We already met Timit, son
we
of
have
Timit.
Timit, son of Timit. We were going to have make an appearance, but he's made a lot of appearances, so he's very
Andy's in
good.
the corner right there. Do you want to
Aw.
see her? I'll just snatch her. Yeah, let me grab her.
Yeah.
Is her name just all caps her? Would you, oh my god, I have an idea for a cat name now. Hello.
Oh.
Hello,
Is
beautiful.
Is her name her?
Her headset is not on.
Oh,
Daisy.
oops. I
Trap her under my leg.
Very good. Hi.
This is Andromeda. We don't call her
Andromeda.
that.
Oh.
Ooh.
Void. Smooth. So smooth. Look at that smooth void. Wow.
Call her Andy. Because Andromeda is just too much.
Daisy,
That's
us asking a problematic queen. The chat says.
Yeah,
Very good.
she ate like 16 hair ties once, and then we had to get her cut open
No.
and get
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Yeah,
Oh
it was
my
horrifying.
god.
Damn it, Andromeda, you're not elastic.
No, it was horrifying. It
Oh
looks like she was
god.
puking up branches. That's how many she ate.
Oh, that's why. But you love trees.
Oh.
Not that
Not
time.
that
Not
time.
that time.
Dom, what? Don't know.
Yeah. Oh.
Daisy asking if the cat's name is her makes me really want to like get a cat named Aisha and then only refer to her as she who must be obeyed.
That would be so cute.
All right, but let's ask this last one. You already mentioned that you are a academic advisor at Utah State.
Mm-hmm.
What is USU campus lore that you learned from your advisees / students?
Not from my students. I learned this from Randy Williams.
Oh,
and it's one of
good.
the best things we get to talk about.
This is the second
we
time
have
I've heard the
True
name
Aggie.
Randy Williams. Who's Randy Williams?
She used to be the folklore curator at USU. She has retired and since taken over other roles. She used to work really closely with some famous folklorists who I can't remember the name of, which is
I mean,
silly.
she worked with like Barry Tolkien.
That's who I'm trying to say.
Oh, Barry Tolkien.
She worked with
Yeah,
Barry
she
Tolkien.
was.
Wow, that's
she's part of that,
dynamic, you
like-
might say.
Yeah, she's part of that like legacy of Utah State folklorists of the latter half of the 20th century.
Sure, yeah,
I'd
there were a
say
ton of
she's
great ones.
Yeah.
Pretty well known in Western states.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Has done a lot with like local Cache Valley stuff. A
Mhm.
lot of work with like the prison down here and everything. So she's fabulous.
Mhm.
I would say she got me into the folklore program because she wrote me a nice letter of recommendation, and then she also got me my job as an academic advisor.
Oh, hell
She
yeah.
called me Groovy. So
Groovy.
Wow.
now that is
Randy's cool.
that's my official title. Every time I get introduced by my boss goes, "This is Alex. She's super groovy. We love having her here." And I'm like, "Thanks, Michael."
Hi,
So-
thanks.
Damn.
That's cute.
Anyways, the lore is so we all know about True Aggie. You kiss on the block,
Yes.
you
yes.
become a True Aggie. We all
Yes.
know
That has to
Ultimate
happen.
Aggie.
What's
on-
the?
It's on full moons or
has
during
to be.
homecoming week.
Yeah, I was like, it has to be during the event or full moons. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the only time you can become a True Aggie. And then you have Ultimate Aggie, where you ride the bull next to the stadium naked. Then you have
Oh.
True Blue Aggie, where you do not safe for work activities with another human on said bull, also naked.
That sounds very improbable based on the bull, the size, shape, and location of the bull. It is in a very public street corner.
Yes, Randy has said that she's been like running. Not. We're not talking about True Blue, but she's like, there's been many times where I've run to the office in the middle of the night to grab something, and I've seen naked people on that bull, and I was like,
Okay.
hell yeah.
Wow. Powerful. Oh, Bad Bench also graduated this spring. Had zero knowledge of this.
This
Oh
is
my
the
God.
deep lore.
No.
Do you want to hear a secret thing that David, who's been on the show before, was my partner at Utah State? What we did to the bull one time?
I do.
Oh
Want to
God, I'm muting. No, God.
I have pictures of this. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not safe for work. It's not. It okay. Anyway, we got those really big googly eyes, and we did put them on the bull.
You're a fucking legend.
I'll upload a picture in the Discord of this prank. They're not so big you wouldn't notice. Like, I bet it took a while for somebody to notice we did that. We only put them on with like earthquake putty or whatever too. Like, it was like no harm, no foul. But they fit like right in the eye socket.
Oh, I love that. That's hilarious.
I'll post a picture on Discord of this. Pranks. People post pictures of your pranks.
I'm trying to think of all of the different like things you could do that are technically not safe for work, even though I know the one activity you're talking about. It's like you could like say the F word as a verb, and not as and not as like a explicit like a interjection. You could you could like threaten a sitting congressperson while on the back of the bull. You know,
that sounds more like your job.
You can make a bomb threat. On the bull in Minecraft, in Roblox,
in Minecraft,
in the video game. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
To terrorism.
Yeah, no,
Is
in the
terrorism
video
safe
game, in
for
the video
work?
game.
In the video game. In the video game.
Oh my god.
Allegedly in Minecraft. In The Sims.
I do murder people in The Sims.
Yeah,
I
that's been my
want-
new one. That's been my new one. If I get really mad, I've been saying I'm going to make a sim of you and leave it in a pool.
Oh my god.
Cool. Yeah. I once did an entire discussion post on yard material culture, yard sculptures in The Sims.
Yes.
Spin-off
Oh,
saga.
in The Sims? That's
In
so
The Sims.
good.
You know, Daisy loves a Sims topiary.
I do love the topiary creatures.
I wrote in spring 2021, 2022, 2021, last year, my second semester, I wrote
Yes.
2 papers on Okami.
Yeah.
I wrote one about vernacular architecture in Okami, and then I wrote another one about the correlation between festivals and monsters for one of Lisa Gabbard's classes.
Oh,
That's cool, and one that
And this
Lisa would love.
yes.
She did love it.
She would be like, perfect.
She told me I was the only person in the entire class who hit the nail exactly on the head for
Yeah.
the type of topic that
Yes.
I wanted. It's such a broad
That's
topic.
awesome. Yeah.
And I was like, when you were talking about this is all I could think about. Also, this is
Yeah.
the video game I'm playing for my thesis. And she was like, cool.
Perfect. This is good. Yes. That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, with all that out of the way, Daisy, you want to do the honors on this last part?
Yes. You've seen the show before. Some people in the chat may not have seen this show before, but I have one important question for you, which you probably already know is coming. Alex, have you ever made a tier list? No. Wonderful.
I don't know what that is.
Well, you've seen the show. Have you
Wonderful.
not seen this late into an interview?
I don't think so. This is
Maybe-
usually
maybe
when
not
I
this late.
wander off to go lay down.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Get into it,
Okay,
Daisy.
This will be very fun. So if you haven't already clicked watch stream on Discord,
Oh,
go
I
ahead
know
and
what a
do
tier
this.
list is. I watch people rate
Do
the
this also?
Sims packs on the
Wait, what?
the Sims packs.
Like the
different
like the different packs you can get for Sims, like for it's like DLC content.
Yeah,
Easy.
I watched Lil Simsy and James Turner all be like, "This is my favorite, and this is my least favorite."
Wonderful. Well, if anybody's in the chat who has not seen or know what a tier list is before, this is a tier list. It's something that comes from fighting games, used for people to rank characters of various degrees of fighting power, etc. But on the internet, it has become a form of ranking things that are part of everyday life, which is what folklorists love to do. We love everyday life. So we design best video games for a deity to live in tier list based off of all of the games, or as many games as we could fit into a good tier list that appear in Alex, your master's thesis.
Cool.
So for on a scale from S to D, S being superior, number 1, super above A, D being dumpster fire, trash, the worst place. Where would you put if a deity wanted a new home in a video game, which of these video games would best serve as that home?
Okay, so in S, I'm going to actually put Black Book.
Okay, let's
You didn't-
start
you
a let's
didn't-
start a
yeah,
Black
let's
Book.
start-
Tell me about Black Book.
Oh,
It has
okay.
come up several times on our show, and we're pretty convinced that because it also showed up in your thesis, we have to play it.
We have to
It's-
play it.
So good. It's like this weird card. I'm terrible at it, by the way. If you read the footnotes on I leave like silly little commentaries in the footnotes of my thesis,
The best.
and one of them is I'm not very good at this game. I'm terrible at it.
Your
so
new friend
basically-
Starps loves this game, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's basically you are playing Vasilisa, which if you're not familiar with Vasilisa, she is the heroine in several Russian Slavic fairy tales. At least the name is used several times. So you're playing as this girl. Her fiance she's told that he killed himself. She doesn't believe it. So she's trying to bring him back from the dead. To do so, she has to accept her witch pagan heritage and kind of renounce Christianity, become a witch, fight a bunch of entities, Slavic creatures, and basically burst into hell and bring her lover's soul back to life.
We love that.
So cool.
in the game, there's several times where like you'll be clicking around on the map and you'll click on a thing and it'll bring you up and it'll say you have come across an offering. It's got bread, apples, cheese, and it's sitting right outside of a flock of cows. It says, "What do you want to do with it?" And then as you're reading, you'll learn eventually that this is an offering to a Leshy, and then you have to decide, am I going to take
Oh.
this offering to the Leshy for myself and fuck over these cows? Because now these cows are probably going to get murdered by something else because the Leshy's not watching over them anymore because he didn't get his offering. Am I going
Oh.
to take that offering and put it in front of my own flock of cows so that the Leshy goes and watches my cows? Or am I going to just leave it where it is? So you basically have to learn the different offerings and how you offer to different types of entities. You interact them in
Wow.
different ways. It's really, really not invasive, immersive. That's the word I'm looking
Yeah.
for. So
That's
that's
cool.
why I would say that one is number S, letter S.
Well, and that makes sense for a deity to want to live there if they're just getting offerings all the time.
Literally, right? Right? That was my
All
point, and I couldn't say that. I couldn't say that.
No, true. All they're doing is
Thanks,
getting
Daisy.
offerings. That makes
Um,
sense.
I would put The Sims 4 as D because instead of
Oh, we're
entities
saying.
living there, you
Let's get to
are.
the Sims last. Let's get to the Sims last.
Oh, come on. Okay.
Okay.
Fine. That was the easy one. I've seen Hades played a little bit. I would kind of put it in the middle because you are playing as a deity and like you're interacting with them. I'm not super familiar with it, so I'd put it in the middle. I would
That
put
being said, you're all
Witcher.
kind of stuck there forever. Like it is a game about how hell is eternal,
That's
and
right.
I
It's like
cried
just
tears of frustration
continuous.
before I cried happy tears. I will say that.
Right. Yeah. So I would say it's more middle because like you are interacting with them, but I wouldn't say you're interacting with them in a way that's like super immersive, super interactive in the same way like Black Book, but it's not like The Sims 4. So then I would say
Fair.
Witcher. I would put Witcher as A. I would put it more as A because there's definitely times where
Ooh.
you get it close to like Black Book type of stuff, but mostly you're
Yeah.
just murdering all of the
Sure.
entities, you know?
You use your words sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, and that game is like the whole point of Geralt is to
kill
decide
monsters,
whether or
gain
not you're
stuff,
pro
women.
monster or pro
Yeah.
Speaking of social
spirit or
justice warrior,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like
Also,
whether so you're kind of like protecting or murdering or doing both or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah, interesting.
I read those books. I read all of them because I was like, I need to understand the background. They were terrible.
Oh,
Say that to Dom. Dom likes these books. I
I'm
I
haven't read them.
sorry.
I'm the neutral party.
I'm sorry. I didn't understand what the hype of Geralt was in these books. Everyone was like falling in love with him left and right, and all he did was grunt. And it wasn't even sexy grunt.
I think
Just silent grunt.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't go into why Geralt is hot right now, but there are reasons. Okay, next up is Breath of the Wild.
Okay,
The game that taught us that everything is ladders, chat. Breath of the
Yes.
Wild.
I'm honest. I'm gonna actually put this as C because the way you interact with deities, entities is very specific in a very controlled way. So I wouldn't say
That's
it's like
true.
prime space. It's great for learning, but you also don't know what you're learning. Like you're absorbing this knowledge and you don't connect the dots until you learn about the other end. If that makes sense.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like
Yes.
you wouldn't know
Mhm.
the Great Deku Tree is, reminiscent of a Kodama unless you already know about Kodama, you know?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah. But
yeah, you
Black
kind of
Book
have
is
to
like
have
walking you through the
literally.
lore. That's
They
interesting.
worked with anthropologists and historians when they were creating this game to make
Wow.
sure that they were putting this knowledge in correctly.
That's so interesting.
So that's yeah. World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft. You know, I will say
I
this.
played
I
it
will
for
say
like
this,
3
Alex.
hours.
Normally the guests can't tell what the images are, and we have to walk them through it. But
Yeah.
you're very good at this.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, World of Warcraft, I know it's got like a ton of religion in it. Professor Henry Danga at USU has done a lot of research into this. It's also got a lot of like occupational type of folklore within it as well.
Uh,
But deity wise,
there's a
I'm
great
gonna.
video that I think came out last week on YouTube by Folding Ideas called "Why It's Rude to Suck at World of Warcraft," and it was basically about the occupational folklore of World of Warcraft players.
That's
Oh.
funny. That's
Yeah.
really funny.
That's cool.
I would say a little bit more in the middle. I would put it next to Hades.
Below
I would put
Hades
it-
or above Hades?
below.
Okay.
I'm not super familiar with it. I played it for like 3 hours once because I really wanted a dragon, but I couldn't figure out the controls.
I think the worst part about being a DD in World of Warcraft is that at the end of like
You all get killed off?
the beginning of the season, 20 guys come running for you with axes and swords and shit. And you'd be like, this
Yeah.
again? Yeah.
It's like the heroes become the deities eventually, you know?
Yes. I think that is the
Yeah.
plot of Wrath of the Lich King. Spoilers.
I've seen
but
yes, I've seen all of the cutscenes. My husband every like 3 months is like, let's watch all of the cutscenes of World of Warcraft together. And then he makes me watch the movie.
I do this with all my
Yeah.
friends with Fire Emblem. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna do this with Caitlin
Can confirm.
at Magfest pretty soon.
Can confirm.
Next up, another game we
Assassin's Creed is on the
another
bottom.
game we played on the show. Assassin's Creed.
Bottom.
Assassin's Creed. It's fun, but it is bottom.
D.
I think it's not fun, and it is bottom. No, it was very good to play it with like someone who knows a lot about like Chariots of the God, ancient aliens, like that sort
Yes.
of conspiracy theory area. End of myth. Taylor Rogers, shout out if you're watching. You could be.
Yeah.
That being said, to actually be one of these ancient aliens would suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think there's. I don't. Yeah. It's on the bottom.
And it's dumb. And I'm just gonna say it. It's dumb. It's you watch the History Channel once and you're like, what if Da Vinci met fucking Columbus? I don't know. They're
Da
dumb.
Vinci and Ben Franklin teamed up to form a creative assassins guild.
What if Charles Lee hated Ben Franklin? Yeah.
What if? Oh,
That
I don't know.
okay, I'll say it.
Many-
Assassin's Creed does the historical fiction what Black Mirror does the sci-fi. Anyway, what's this next one?
Wow!
Dragon Age.
What'd you say?
Dragon Age.
So we got Dragon Age. I don't know. Put it next to Breath of the Wild, I guess.
Below or above Breath of the Wild?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
Eeny,
must
meeny,
make
miny, moe it.
decision.
There you go.
I'm gonna say below because I
Um,
think it would be a much harder life in Dragon
Yeah.
Age. At the same time, Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Breath of the Wild does not hold your hand on understanding the lore, but at least everyone's mostly having a chill time in the forest.
Yeah. Yeah. Okami. I would put
Okami.
Okami. I would put it next to The Witcher, but on the right side, right? Because it's
It's better.
A little
They
less
go
than The Witcher.
They go vertical and horizontal.
so it's to the right better or worse?
To the left is
To
better.
the right, to the left is better. To the right is worse.
Oh, I think I might put it to the right
Okay.
because your interactions with deities are limited to playing Amaterasu and learning the different strokes from the constellations.
Our monkey
and
friends
then
in the
Sakuya.
stars.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and then Sakuya. So it's very limited, and it in a way it's very controlled still. So that's kind of where I'll put that one. Well, in The Witcher, you're interacting with them a lot more, even though it is more killing in nature.
Yeah.
So there's that one. Okay, Sims 4.
Sims
now that
4.
we're finally there,
We're finally
goes
there.
on the bottom because you don't interact with deities. You are the god.
Exactly.
You are the god of your
Exactly
world.
why he created it.
Yes, that's
You
why
read.
we put
You
it.
saw through our smoke screen, Alex.
The first thing you're like, oh, I know why that's here.
Oh, you get
Like,
it.
you don't interact with deities. Like, I mean, I
You
guess unless
are
you
the
consider
deity.
death,
You are the deity,
unless
and you are an Old
consider
Testament God
death.
leaving people in pools.
It's true. Like, death shows up every once in a while, but there's like a terrible glitch in the game where he doesn't leave half the time, so that's
Yeah.
great.
And so does
And then,
Claire
like,
the Bear.
randomly you'll interact with Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny.
Or Claire the Bear.
Claire the Bear is good also. You know about Claire the Bear?
I don't know Claire the Bear.
Um,
Is it
We
a
have
Sims 4 or older
no,
Sims?
old Sims. Old Sims.
Old.
She was a bear.
I
She was
only-
a bear who could steal your food, but she
Yeah.
talked. She spoke like
She would
Simlish
like
with
very-
growls.
Yeah, like human-esque bear, two-leg
Okay.
bipedal bear.
Like a Yogi Bear type
Yeah,
situation.
Yogi bear.
Actually, I think she
Wow.
was just Yogi Bear, but a sim. Now that I think
Claire.
about it, Claire the Bear.
Well, also hyper realistic and without any ties or business wear. For bears.
Oh man,
There's
a
no bear,
snazzy
no bear business
fedora.
wear.
Yeah.
There's no bear business wear.
I guess, okay. There's the sad clown. The sad clown painting where if you interact with it enough, the sad clown comes out of the painting.
Oh, I hate that.
Is
So,
that a deity? Yeah, or is that just
a
like?
deity? Is he a cryptid? What is he?
Ooh,
Well, I
is
guess
his,
that's
is his
the good.
existence contested?
Is he Bloody Mary but for The Sims?
What's his name in the UK who writes about the crying boy paintings? I will look. I will
I don't
find
know what
this.
that means, Daisy, but I kind of like that as a sentence.
What's his name? Hold on. I need to look up this. It's embarrassing that I'm forgetting his name.
Can I try to
Anyway,
sum it up? Can I try to sum it up,
yeah.
Daisy? All right,
Yeah.
we have the official best
David
video.
Clark.
David Clark,
David Clark.
the racist
He's
sheriff
great.
of Milwaukee.
No, oh my god. No. Very UK folklorist, very cool, very legendy, more than a folklore person, legend person, but has this great ancient website. This good guy, you should learn about him. Anyway, he does like all the UFO papers and like haunted paintings and
Oh, nice.
stuff. Yeah, but like on a big scale, like a big academic scale. It's very interesting. Anyway,
Do you have a way to sum this up, Daisy, or should I go for it?
okay. Do you have one already? It sounds like you
I
might.
think I do.
Okay.
Okay, here we have the official best video games for a deity to live in tier list on a scale from Black Book to The Sims 4. How impressed was the god by your offering?
I've got one.
Go for it.
Maybe. Hold on. It's like percolating. Okay. I'm getting an image and the text is in terms of people giving a home to deities. I don't know. Never mind. I'm in my
Great job, Daisy, and great job, Alex.
in my head I'm thinking of the quote from The Office. I know you all can hate me when Michael Scott says, I want people to fear how much they love me. I don't think being a good leader is how much you love someone or how much you fear someone. It's I want them to fear how much they love me. I feel like that says something about The Sims, and I don't know how to put it together.
Got anything, Alex? Are we good?
Just a little warning: if you play the Black Book, there is a morality tier. If you choose the wrong things, you are considered evil.
Oh.
Yes, I chose the wrong things regularly.
Oh, boy.
Apparently, my morals are skewed.
You have
badly.
evil morals.
Just
Evil morals.
If you
no.
think
I didn't
picking
expect
the
this
wrong
game to-
morals is cute, you should see me play Undertale.
Oh my god, yeah. I didn't expect this game to bully me.
All right.
Alex, where can people find you if they want more hot takes about folklore?
Oh, I don't use Twitter anymore because Elon Musk sucks. And
You very much suckage.
occasionally, I'm on TikTok, which you saw at some point.
Yes.
And occasionally, I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Hell yeah.
That's all I've got for that.
That works for
Cool.
me.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
And chat, you know what to do? Send close this interview
Yes.
off with all the ladders you got, chat. Thank you very much,
Everybody.
Alex, for being a great guest. I'm glad we
Thanks.
finally got you on the show.
Yeah.
Good luck on your game. I'm gonna go get